Hey parents, your kids are appearing for a 10th and you are very tense. Many of you must have taken leave from your jobs, stayed at home. That may not work all the time. Many of you believe that this is one of the biggest exams in the life of a child. 10th is really hyped. Doesn't make much difference, though every student should try his best. It's actually a practice match. It's not a test match, not a one day, not a T20. The atmosphere at home is very important for your child. Studies are like water, it evaporates when boiled, which means there's a lot of anger at home. Both of you are shouting at the child, both of you are very anxious. When you're anxious, you're very angry. You always ask the child, कितना marks मिलेगा, क्या होगा आगे? मैं बताता हूँ, मार्क्स के बारे में बिल्कुल मत पूछना, कहना कोशिश करते रहना बेटा, हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं. ये कहेंगे तो बच्चे आराम से पढ़ेंगे. कुछ माताओं को आदत है कि they go and check what is the child studying. They look quietly at the page number and again come around after half an hour to check if the page has moved. Don't do that. Many kids come and tell me that there is a Brahman. Parents go around the child to actually find out what they are doing. That doesn't work. So maintain the temperature of the house, which means if you are very anxious, share it with other parents, share it with your friends, but don't become a Mahakali or a Gabbar inside the house. Be Mata Saraswati and be a gentle father as much as you can. Anxiety is very normal. Fear about the future is very normal. Some parents give long lectures. Marks नहीं मिलेंगे तो admission नहीं होगा. आगे competition बहुत है. आप क्या करोगे? पढ़ाई नहीं करोगे तो आप कुछ नहीं बनोगे. These sentences don't work because 90 in the 10th does not assure you of a great career. 50 in the 10th, that does not mean that you have gone. If you have 90, you are not a hero, and if you have 60, you are not a zero. So remember that keep your calm. Your calmness will help your child to do very well and really study very hard. Now when they actually read, be careful to watch whether they are with the gadgets. Help them to stay away from the gadgets, help them to stay away from the TV. But remember, they need to talk to their friends. For at least half an hour to 1 hour, they need to talk to their friends either in the evening or whatever time they can. When you study, a lot of people will ask you, "Aapka beta 10th mein hai?" That does not make much difference. Let people stay away from your children. Let the smart uncle in USA or the great grandfather in Rajasthan not call up your child all the time and give him long sermons. Long sermons does not work. Your life stories also don't work. Sometimes some parents start saying that they actually have been born in a village. They did not have those facilities which they are giving to the children, and they give long sermons. Children are not affected by it at all because they say that if I am born in 20,002, is it my fault? If my school is opposite my house, should I have walked 15 kilometers the way you walked in the village to go to my house? So your glories don't really touch the child. So stop giving long sermons at all. Be with the child. Some children like the parents to be sitting next to them. Some children want the parents to be far away. Do as you feel. Some children get paralyzed and they don't know what to do. They just stop studying. At that time, go to the temple if you like, pray to God, but see that you just access a friendly neighborhood counselor to break that impasse in the mind so that they can study again. And don't convert the hype of 10th standard into something very big that they have, that as if that's the only exam in life. Make them feel at home. Crack jokes when you are having a meal together. Don't ask them, what have you done today? When you call them up from the office, don't ask them about studies alone. Ask them about small things in life. Talk to them about small incidents which is happening around them. Talk to them about sports and talk to them about lighter moments in your office. The most important thing is if they are relaxed when they are at home, if they are relaxed with you, their concentration will be much better, absorption will be much better, and learning will be much faster. As you study, sometimes you will hear other parents telling you that their kids have finished the portion 3 times, 5 revisions. Stay away from that. There is no need to do 10 revisions and 5 revisions of your portion of studies. There is no need to really do 10 revisions. or 5 revisions. If you study well once or twice, it's more than enough. Don't be very conscious about the marks in the prelims and the marks in the 10th standard in school. Most of the times, schools are very tough when they correct the papers, because they always believe that they need to scare and inspire. They forget that they actually need to share and inspire. Scaring the kids to do well, which would mean failing them in the prelims, failing them in the term exams. None of these marks are important. Ignore them completely. Your children will score at least 10 to 15% more than what they have scored in the 7th, 8th and the 9th. And remember, don't always ask them kitna milega. They'll get paralyzed, they'll get scared, they'll feel guilty, and they'll feel extremely anxious. When you actually are inside the house, see that they eat well, see that they eat enough, see that they eat on time, keep them away from junk food, a lot of water, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. Sometimes your kids may not have been very sincere across 1 year, but there's enough time, 1 month, you can do at least 1 revision or one completion of the entire syllabus. And actually there are a lot of gap between exams, so there's no much trouble in these exams. As you see your kids studying, parents should not fight with each other. There's always a case when the mom says, your son is not studying when he does not study, and she also says that my son has scored very high marks when he actually studies. So even if you have a lot of differences among other issues, remember that when exams are approaching, have a ceasefire and actually study as much and actually see to it that the atmosphere in the house is calm. Congratulations, my dear parents, for having children in the 10th standard. All the best for your kids and all the best for their life. Thank you.